Let's talk for a few minutes about how we'll handle your bankruptcy case. After you've decided that you want our experience on your side, go to the consultation tab on this website and download the forms there. Fill those in carefully, then you make an appointment, come in and see one of our paralegals. We go over the questions and answers together to make sure we have all the information we need, everything we need to be able to help you, everything we need to be able to answer your questions. After that, you'll come in for your lawyer consultation. We want to get beyond the generalities, like if someone files bankruptcy, can they keep their car? Well, usually yes. And into the specifics. If I file bankruptcy, can I keep this car? That's the question you want to be able to answer when you meet with your lawyer. Bankruptcy is a life-changing event. We want to use bankruptcy in a way that changes your life for the better. So sometimes we ask questions like this. Is the house you have the right size for the number of children you have? Will you still want this house after your youngest is out of high school? When do you expect to retire? Will you stay in Northern Virginia? We'll use our experience of 12,000 bankruptcies to try to fit your bankruptcy into your life goals. At the end of that, we'll type up a plan talking about why you're filing bankruptcy, how we're handling it, how we're going to get it approved. Now, some people, when they come in to see me, have an urgent situation and we have to file bankruptcy for them very quickly. Other people need to rearrange something they're doing, and the bankruptcy would work much better 6 months or sometimes even a year from now. Some people are under no time pressure, and we can handle the bankruptcy whatever is convenient for you. When we go over everything, we'll type up which category you fall into, and we'll set your plan accordingly. If this makes sense to you, we'll get your initial fee, and I'm your lawyer. We'll give you our You Have Rights booklet. It talks about how to handle creditor calls, and if the creditors go beyond what the law allows, we sue them for you. I have one lawyer who's not a bankruptcy lawyer. All he does is sue debt collectors and credit bureaus. Depending on our plan, you may need a couple more meetings, lawyer meetings or paralegal meetings, before we get to the best time to file your bankruptcy. You'll need to keep your information up to date, and there's a class on the internet that you're required to take. Also, at that meeting, we'll talk to you about what to expect at your court day. For now, I need to let you know that they do 14 people an hour. So basically it's, do you have your ID? Do you swear to tell the truth? Did you read these papers when you signed them? Are they all true? Thank you very much. Next. That pretty much covers what they ask you then. You go to court about a month after your papers go to court. We give you a picture of the building, directions, a list of the questions they ask when you get there. And of course, at the court day, me or one of my other lawyers is there with you. After the court day, the people you owe money to have 2 months to find that ranch in California that you forgot to tell me about. That's only partly a joke. The people you owe money to have 2 months to find that you lied to the bankruptcy court about something. That does happen some of the time. The bankruptcy court sometimes runs a computer check on you, so I run a computer check on you too to make sure that there isn't anything there that would be a problem. At the end of those 2 months, if nothing has come up, it takes the court about 2 weeks to notice the 2 months is over, and then they send out your discharge. Your discharge is your final approval, the notice that your bankruptcy is approved and done. Most lawyers think their job is done at that point. I don't think so. The credit bureaus have 2 months after that to get your credit report right, and they do that more than half the time, but not a lot more than half the time. So we get you to sign a letter that we send in after those 2 months is over, reminding the credit bureaus what your credit report is supposed to look like. That should bring a supposedly corrected credit report to you. When you get that, you send it in to us. You don't want to be in a situation a year, 2 years down the line when a future mortgage lender or a security clearance officer is looking at your credit report saying, how come this debt wasn't taken care of the bankruptcy? So we take care of those. If the credit report is right at that point, we tell you we're done. If it's not right, we stay after them until it is. If we have to sue the credit bureaus, we do about 10 times a month. We want to make sure that they get your credit report right, and also we ask them to pay you a few $100s for the hassle you had to go through, and pay me a few $100 more for having to do the work to having to sue them. 90 years ago, the Supreme Court said what the purpose of bankruptcy is. The purpose of bankruptcy is a fresh start in life, a clear field for future effort. A fresh start and a clear field for future effort. If that's what you need, please make an appointment. Come on in and see us.